So are you ready for this walk through the house with me? This is not an ordinary house. I always say this is not an ordinary house, but this time I mean it. Let's see it. So we are going to go back to the house, but not before I show you how beautiful this town is. But one small detail, I haven't told you the town. Okay, we are in the province of Brindisi. Oh, look at this, beautiful. This is the municipio, this is the council, the borough of the town. Castle, churches. I still haven't told you the town. The town in the province of Brindisi that we are actually doing the walkthrough today is called Torre Santa Susanna. It's one of the 20 towns that make the province of Brindisi. Yes, 20. Sometimes when I talk about the province of Lecce, it's got 96. Province of Brindisi, less towns and bigger towns. This town has more than 10,000 people and so much history that goes back hundreds and hundreds of years within this town. And we're going to discover some of that history actually embedded into the property that we're going to see together today. Where is it positioned? Well, very well positioned. Only 20 kilometers or 22 kilometers from equidistant from both of the coastlines. So you can decide if you're going to go on the Ionian Sea or you can decide if you're going to go on the Adriatic Sea. I'm not sure if the Adriatic Sea is that way or that way. Maybe behind me. But anyway, and also only 40 kilometers or less from Brindisi Airport. That's about 20 miles. So within 20 minutes, half an hour of landing, you can be here. Blue sky. Today, I can't remember, 17, 18, 19th of January, whatever it is. It's warm. We've got about 15, 16 degrees and it's just majestic. And in towns like this, it's like the time has completely stopped. So let's have a quick wander again and show you some of the most beautiful architecture features of Torre Santa Susanna in the province of Brindisi. So did you enjoy that walkthrough? So now we're back and we're going to go in. But before, I would like to tell you a little bit of story. But I can't stop admiring right opposite the property, a church. And so should we actually have a look at what sits literally here in front of the property? Look at these pastel colors. Incredible. Now this church literally sits on the other side of the property. So I think it's time to go inside, but just before, well, first of all, I'd like you to see the details of this property, but also did you know that some of the main people that lived through the Italian history lived in this property, and that is Oronzo and Vincenzo Mattei. We'll probably mention them again, we'll tell you a couple of little stories, but first of all, let's have a look at the properties. Well, first of all, it's on a corner and it's got several entrances, two on this side. Now, what I love immediately is the details that we see when it comes to the quality that has been chosen for doors and windows. That tells us already the quality of the property. No plastic, no aluminium, it's all wood. Now, I have seen this property before and I was so excited already when I saw the property. And as we go around the corner, well, also, you know, isn't it incredible that in replacing the plaster that have saved some of these areas. Now you may look at them and you think, oh, why didn't they plaster these areas? But no, they did it on purpose to actually reveal the more than 300, 400 years of different layers of plasters and paint that has gone over this property. Look at this beautiful balcony here. Yes, you see these patches that you see all the way around outside? That is actually been done to preserve the old layers and coloring of this property. Isn't this beautiful? This is really Italy in its essence, this green color with the Venetian blinds in wood. It is definitely Italy in its essence. But I think now it's time to go inside. Yeah, the property continues all the way to that post there. In fact, I think we should see it together, just so you get a sense of how long it is. And also references to the history and the many changes that this property has gone through over the 400 years. This is another entrance as well. We will see this from the inside. This takes you upstairs and also access to a beautiful room downstairs. And this is also an amazing room, but also a garage that you can have as a benefit. So, time to go in. So we can do a video, Sylvia, without bringing you into it and having a coffee with you. And then I'll leave you and I'll go and do my walkthrough.
Great.
So first of all, thank you very much for allowing us to come into your house and with your children. And the interiors are amazing. Now, you've told me a little bit about the story, but how hard it was to bring this property to what it is today.
Wow.
Well, first of all, meet Sylvia.
Hi, nice to meet you. How hard it was? It was really hard because this property was abandoned for over 40 years.
Okay.
So when we bought it in 2015, it didn't look like it looks now. So it was, yeah. You needed
done an incredible job.
Yes, but we needed a huge imagination to. What
Did you lose any weight while you were doing this?
No.
No, you didn't lose any weight? No. Did you lose any sleep?
Yes, I lost everything.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was quite difficult. 2 years, almost 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
well, it is an incredible property that we're going to see through the walkthrough, and I can see that you have created the space for you and your family, which you're now moving on into the rural. You've told me you want to be out in the countryside,
farmhouse,
in the farm, and also you've created a space that can actually generate revenue because it's hospitality orientated.
Yes, because we lived when we bought this house, we lived in Belgium. And we wanted to go somewhere. We had a small amount of money to invest, and then we thought that we would invest in Puglia. We found this property. In the morning we came into, and in the afternoon we bought it on the very same day. Then our thought was, okay, if we move back to Puglia from Belgium, from which money are we going to live? So that was a big question mark. And then we saw that, okay, that probably the tourism and hospitality would be a good idea, and this property was just perfect.
Great. So you created a space for your family and also a space to generate revenue.
Exactly.
And has it been good for you?
Yes, the first year it was really promising, and the second year COVID came into.
Well, we're all experiencing that. So if we watch this video 5 years down the line, you're going to think, what was COVID?
Oh, yes,
but right now, yes, it's been an incredible year.
It was challenging, but as soon as the border went open in June, we got reservations, so we worked the whole summer.
Fantastic. So now you're going to allow me to go and explore the house.
Yes, we go.
And go into the details of the property, and then we're going to go to the roof, and then you promised me that we're finishing with a glass of wine.
Yes, exactly.
Great. So let's go and walk through the house. So we've gone back in, out, but after meeting Sylvia and coming through this grand entrance, we are now into the house. I know you always get distracted when I do my videos between the floors and, well, in this particular case, some of the elements, the Ducati 65T here on the corner for anybody who loves motorbikes. It was an incredible element of respect when you come into people's properties, because something it's gone in, and sometimes the soul of the person as well is gone in. And this property has an incredible history. I've mentioned already the name of Oronzo and Vincenzo Mattei. Their road takes their name. Oronzo became really powerful. He was actually the most important ambassador in Italy during the Austro-Hungarian Empire. And also there are rumors, but apparently the rumors are quite real, that he had an affair with the Queen, with Carolina, Anna Carolina. What's interesting is that the rumors are so real that they say that in this house a queen used to visit. Let's talk about the property first of all. On this floor here we have 3 bedrooms and 2 incredible bathrooms and a beautiful kitchen. So as you come through that main entrance that we've seen over there with this majestic high ceilings, which the plaster has been removed to expose the beautiful carporo and the tufo stone, and then the new plaster has gone all the way around to leave this really smooth finish, meeting the very busy cementina. Now, when we look at this cementina, we are looking at something 1910, 1920, that period. We can say that because of the pattern. These geometric patterns, they were used at the turn of the century, and then a little bit later in the 1930s and 40s, they started to introduce the flowers. But when you see geometric patterns, it's a little bit earlier, and this is what we are looking at here. Also, the thickness of the walls. Can you see how thick? These are the internal walls. Obviously, these properties, they were attached to other properties, making almost a very large palazzo. So as you come through there, you have this really incredible large atrium. It's big. I would say that it's probably 7 meters by 7 meters. When they did the refurbish, Sylvia wanted to keep this separate entrance because that allows you to split almost the property very easily into 2 sides. And so we have that side and this side. And so straight away we've got access to a wonderful bedroom as we coming through here. Now I must say the house is really comfortable. Termoconvettori, or these heat pumps that we will see when we go up on the roof later. State of the art really, the whole of the technical side that runs this property, it's really the higher end. And so it makes the space extremely comfortable to the point that I'm really hot and I think I need to take my jacket off. So as you come through here or through the large area, you enter this wonderful bedroom. Now remember, we're into people's homes, so I'm not gonna sort of look at personal things, but isn't it beautiful? Look at these star-shaped ceilings. Again, really high. We're looking at a ceiling that is about 6 meters in height, does about 20 feet, which is really high. An incredible amount of light in this room for 2 reasons. One, because we have that door balcony that we saw from the street. I must say, it's so quiet. Window, can you see how high it is? It's huge. I mean, it's like, look, it's incredibly high. So this brings in a fantastic amount of light. So this is one of the first bedrooms that we have as we're coming through. And again, we're confronted with this incredible room. And then as we're coming through here, we have the children's room. Well, it could be anything, but again, similar ceilings, wonderful details with the stonework, and a great window there bringing in a huge amount of light. Should we say something about the floor? What can we say? It is amazing. I know what you're looking at the background. Yes, this is a lounge area connected to the kitchen. It's beautiful. It's probably over 10 meters in length with incredible finishes. I love the fact how the 2 floors are being kept, and although the 2 floors are different between these 2 areas, it's got this grey area in between, also with the cementine. And I like also the interiors, which with this property, Sylvia confirmed that more or less everything will stay in the property. They're moving on with something different. So amazing to be able to have a turnkey that is not just a turnkey, so you don't have 2 years worth of building work going on, but also a turnkey that you turn with your suitcases and you can actually utilize your property. And so when I look at this table, well, this is like a tree trunk actually, that incredibly beautiful, or even the light fittings with this mesh. They've turned it into an office, a studio, so they can quite comfortably work from home. So many people now are smart working. Internet connection make it possible, because here we got really fast internet connection in Italy, so people can work from home. Beautiful geometric forms on the floor, and this is a botte. This is a little bit of a different, but isn't it amazing? Because when I look at this, it's no square. It's like It's like a ramp. It's like it goes up. And the shape of that door there tells us that probably through the centuries there were some changes. And then this gives us access to probably one of my favorite spaces in the house, which is this fantastic bathroom. Wow. I love the ceiling again. This is a botte, so it's curved, it's arched. It's not star shape. I love the cementina. Well, this is my favorite color, probably, when I look at this gray, this very pale, plain patterns and geometric patterns. I think they're so contemporary. It's amazing. It's like 100 years have gone by and we've gone back to those kind of patterns again. And when you see this, you know, you think, I want this. And then, yeah, big mirror there, huge mirror, to stone. Now leads us to the kitchen, which completes the ground floor of this gigantic property with these 3 very beautiful bedrooms and this fantastic lounge area with these beautiful ceilings. Yeah, we meet Sylvia again, we meet the kids, we meet Anna, who's managing this property at the moment. Again, the star-shaped ceilings. This is a double star-shaped ceiling here. And, well, I think she was telling me about some of the appliances. Everything is going to stay. Is that right, Sylvia? Everything is going to stay?
Yes.
We've got her saying it on video, so everything is going to stay. She's crying while she's saying it, but but isn't it beautiful? She's kept this very simple. I love this black stone that is being used. Sylvia, what's the black stone that you've used there?
No idea. It's a new material that I don't remember the name.
And it's beautiful. It's very plain. I like that, how the black meets sort of this surface here of the hob and everything. It's very, very plain. And then this green that is being used, contrasting the pale colors of the carparo and the tufo. Everything, it's so beautiful. So now we're going to go and see the courtyard, the garden together. And then from this space also we can access the main bathroom of the house. And what a bathroom. Again, this vaulted, beautiful ceiling while you're in the bathroom. I think that's so special, but I love this cementina. The way this pale mushroom color here on the floor meets up these pattern ones. Beautiful window here. Can we look outside? Yes, we can, overlooking into the courtyard, but I don't really want to show you the courtyard yet because we're going to go outside in a minute. So this is a fantastic, with a big shower, again a walk-in shower, making it very comfortable. And this is the bathroom that serves the property, that serves the house, and then the big ensuite bathroom. So what a wonderful space here to entertain your guests. Well, I think I like to now explore the outside, and what an outside. Remember, you're right in the center of a town. So finding properties already with an incredible courtyard and a swimming pool. Yes, a swimming pool. It's actually an incredible bonus. And this is not just an ordinary pool. It's a pool that can be also heated in a fantastic context. Look at these white walls all the way around. Oh, the sun. I just love the sun. And I'm just walking on the edge of the pool. I'm going to try not to fall in there, but I want you to see really all the roof gardens that surround this property. So this, like in the old day, was a big palazzo owned by these 2 brothers, and they were fighting between the 2 of them. They didn't have a swimming pool in them days, but they were fighting. They had a stable, they had their also cart in there, and they were fighting over some of the communal area. Well, there's no more fighting going on at the moment, and it's great to have a property like this where you've got your residential space like we have seen, and then having these other additional areas, including a basement and the whole of the hospitality area upstairs, generating revenue. So you can have a property that you can enjoy the beautiful Puglia, the sunshine, the blue sky, the heat, jumping in the pool, and at the same time you can generate revenue from the hospitality side, totally detached from the main house. That's amazing. But again, the standard and the quality of the finishing, it's really high. When I come across these type of properties, I get so taken by the love and the care that has gone into it. And Sylvia, the owner, has definitely dedicated an incredible amount of time. You've seen what Sylvia is like. She was here on the project day and night. In fact, I think she's done what many people are not prepared to do. So isn't it amazing to have a property that you just turn up, you land at Brindisi Airport or Bari, you get your car, you arrive here, and you have a piece of this here in Puglia. Now, let's go and explore the rest. They've created, we're gonna go underground, an incredible space. Well, first of all, I love the fact that they've used this stone blocks here in the courtyard, and then matching with this really beautiful marble stone. As we're going down, now you've got to imagine this building's, again, I keep saying it over and over, they've gone through so many changes. What was this down here? Was it part of a stable? Was this where the servants lived? But look at this. It's beautiful. They've put a kitchen here, and she was telling me that down here they prepare the breakfast for the guests. So everybody comes down here, but also what a wonderful space to relax and to be a little bit insulated from the upper world. We are in the underworld. And then, even if we're underground, we've got windows. Look at the size of this room. Star-shaped ceilings. But this time we're not up in the air. This time we can touch the star-shaped ceiling. We still have, probably in the center, about 2 meters, which is really, really high, probably 8 feet. And again, nice to see these windows bringing natural light. Look at this cozy environment, having a tea, a coffee room, and you're underground, you are protected, you are safe. It's just fantastic. It's, you know, about this house, well, what I haven't told you about Oronzo. Oronzo, if you look into the story, well, there is a whole book that has been published, the book that I've showed you, that has been published about his house. And Oronzo and Vincenzo, there were 2 out of 3 boys, and then the other girls that owned this property. Oronzo lived in this property, but they shared the courtyard that we've seen up there. And you see, that courtyard was the base for a lot of controversial arguments between the 2 brothers. The 2 brothers were completely different. One, a lawyer, a very serious person, while the other one, extremely also big. We've said that he became an ambassador. He was the lover of a queen. You could just imagine the type of person. But they both had 2 cats. The relationship between the 2 of them was so hard that they had an entrance to the courtyard through this grand entrance that now it's part of the garage. And that each one of the 2 brothers had a cat. And both of them had a round hole cat into the door to allow each cat to go through the hole without going through the other brother's hole. Isn't that incredible to think, you know? This courtyard was a matter of controversy for a long time. And then eventually Vincenzo sold this part to Oronzo. So Oronzo owned the whole of the courtyard. But so many little stories that I've read about Oronzo that lived at the sort of in the 1800s, at the beginning of the 1800s. What a character. To the point, we're going to go back upstairs into the yard. If you were here from the swimming pool, you can comfortably get in one of these very luxurious, beautiful rooms here. This is the Suite Conti. Wow, look at this. This is like a fantastic suite. And I'll give you a little detail about this because it's got a separate entrance. So you can come in right from the road straight into this. But look at the standard, it's fantastic. We have a beautiful marble travertino on the floor. And again, the star-shaped ceilings and the ensuite bathroom just here. So we're stepping inside and we're getting into a little bit of a world that I love very much. I don't know if you've seen a video on my YouTube channel where I did over Christmas. I made some chopping board as a Christmas presents because I love working with olive wood, and I've made some incredible wooden tables. So coming across beautiful things like this, very organic. But I did say it's got an independent entrance. So totally independent, because if we lock this door here, so we have access to the swimming pool and the courtyard, ensuite, totally independent. And then from here, remember that entrance that we saw on the road? Look, so we can come directly from the road here, arrive at the property, step inside the property, stairs going up, we'll see that in a minute, another door here, and we enter directly into this beautiful room. Let's go and have a look upstairs. Look at the stone. I mean, the incredible amount of details. If you've seen some of our YouTube channel and some of the properties, I get so excited when I come across properties where this amount of love and attention is gone into the renovation. Again, we're greeted by the blue sky of Puglia. We're on the roof terrace and you're entering this very tasteful space. Look, with the wooden beams. Look. Again, the travertino stone on the floor. Door over there that we just came in. Window over there. Another door over there. Incredible, the amount of light. Isn't it important when you stay in a property to have light? The ensuite bathroom, I love it because it's right here, secluded behind the bed. But look how spacious. So I think we are almost done. So now we need to look for Sylvia. I know where I can find Sylvia. I think we found her. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
Oh, what are you doing up here, Sylvia?
This is my favorite place in the winter.
Aren't you a little bit overdressed? Because it's very warm.
Yes, it's very warm. Yeah.
But I got her out from Air Comfort and she's up here. Isn't it amazing? Look, you come up here. And which church is that one that we can see there?
Santo Stefano. It's the eldest church of Torre Santa Susanna.
So that's the church Santo Stefano?
Yes, dated back on the early 15th century.
Wow, 15th century. So you come out here, Sylvia, you bring yourself a glass of wine, which I'm going to join you in a minute. And then you look at a building that goes back to the 15th century. You are actually in a building that is probably older than the church.
No, I think that first church and then this building. I think they were built about the same section.
So same period, the church and this building. And then this roof garden, which you have done so well. So can you imagine yourself owning a property like this in Puglia, that you just arrive, you enjoy it, it's just blue sky, swimming pool, very close to some of the most extraordinary beaches on both coastlines. Yes. So, well, I think we'll invite you to come over to Puglia. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if I've gone on and on a little bit too long sometimes, but this property really deserved the effort that Sylvia and her family have put into this building for over 2 years of hard work, and now delivering it to you in this extraordinary finish, extraordinary condition, I'd say, just to go back to a new life, a contemporary life. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it. Put a like, leave a comment, and you can write to us, and I'll be very, very happy to reply to any of your comments. Sylvia, cheers to you,
Thank you.
And well done.
Thank you very much.
Salute from Puglia.